Guys, welcome back to another episode of TRACKBACK, fam. I said there might be yesterday I said that there might have been a stream. Here is the stream right now. Another chill laid back stream, guys. We are gonna be reacting to one Premier League fan versus 8 Premier League haters, guys. So once again, guys, like, it's a proper chill stream. Thank you so much for the people that tuned in yesterday to the best academies tier list, bro, because that stream went off yesterday, bro. We had so much fun. So thank you so much for the guys that have tuned in, right? And if we do have time, as I said yesterday, because we went for about 3 hours yesterday. Was it 3.5 hours, dude? My throat started to hurt, right? So we went on for ages, right? But I did say that we are going to react to the latest football news, of course, after that tier list. It turns out that wasn't the case because it was literally like around like 12, half past 12 at night when we finished. So if there is time after this, guys, we generally will like react to the latest football transfer news, because there's been some massive bombers that have been dropped again by Fabrizio Romano, by David Ornstein, dude, by Ben Jacobs. Oh, like, it was been going off. Dean Howson, we've got Milos Kerkez, Frimpong, dude, Semenyo, Mbuemo, like, so much news, right, that has happened in the football and transfer news as well. And we might even speak on the Taiwo Awoni news that came out like 2 days ago. I am a physiotherapist, so I will try to use my expertise as well, try to get of course to see what's going on there. But anyway, guys, here is the video that we're going to be reacting to today. It is again one Premier League fan versus 8 Premier League haters, right? So guys, this is going to be a 40-odd minute video. It is going to be a Premier League fan debating other football fans that support different teams from different leagues, and they're going to be making their own case for why their league is better than the Premier League. For me, guys, I watch the Premier League. I live in England. I live in Manchester. We literally have Manchester United and Manchester City, dude. Like, two of like the top teams in world football. So guys, I ain't gonna lie, bro. And again, like, I'm not gonna be biased throughout this. I'm just gonna give him my honest opinion too. So yeah. But anyway, guys, let's just get this madness started, because I'm hella tired as well, even from last stream. But anyway, let's get this madness started in a 3, 2, 1.
My name is Varvar. I think the Prem is by far the best league in the world. These 8 people have come to disagree with me. Here's how it's gonna work.
7 non-Premier League fans will fight for their chance to debate me on my Premier League opinions, each running to the chair once the countdown ends. Each person will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to debate me on why they think my opinion is wrong. However, if the rest of the group thinks that the person is losing the debate, they'll raise their flag, signaling that they want them out of the chair. If 4 of the 7 voters raise their flags, they will be kicked off the debate chair. Once the time is up, if the person has not been voted off, the rest of the group votes on who won the debate. Whoever gets the most flags in that round gets the point, and at the end we will see if I can get more points than the rest and show that the Premier League is truly the best league in the world.
So let's start. My first opinion is that the Premier League is harder to win than the Champions League.
And 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. He started off strong with this one. Bro. The Premier League is harder to win than the Champions League. And I know exactly what someone's gonna say, because someone will say that if the Premier League is harder than the Champions League, right, why is the majority of Premier League teams not winning the Champions League, bro? I guarantee you somebody is definitely going to say this. But for me, just like a span of 9 months, right, compared to like what, a span of 7 to 8 months in the Champions League, it's difficult. It's difficult because, like, the Champions League is, you're playing against the best of the best, like, from different leagues, bro. Like, champions, guys, you're playing against champions from different leagues, champions even from like freaking Cyprus, even from like Greece, bro. Like, the best of the best, bro. So let's see what these guys have to say, fam. Let's see their opinions, and then
all right, what's your name?
My name is Giordano. For context, I'm a UA fan and obviously an Italy fan. So on the topic of Champions League versus the Premier League, first off, I want to talk about sample size. Now, I know that the Premier League obviously play a lot more games. Champions League play 13. I want to talk about the randomness, right? So Premier League, if you completely screw up and lose a few games early on, it's perfectly fine, right?
Okay.
You can
I'd argue the opposite, but go ahead.
Perfectly fine, because you can go on a 20-game win streak. Obviously unlikely, but it's still possible. Obviously unlikely, but it's still possible. Champions League, you lose like 2 games. You lose 2 games early, or you lose 2 games in the group stages.
Yeah.
You lose 1 knockout game. It's over. You only get to play.
If you slip up in the group stage, right, and let's say you lose 2 and win 1, that's 6 points, and you've literally got like what, 4 games. You've literally participated in those what, guys? 1 second. So in the old school Champions League, right, you'd play so those 4 teams, and you play those 6 games, right? You get 6 games in the Champions League. If you mess up on 3 of them games, bro, it's gonna be difficult for you to, of course, progress to the next round. Yes, right now, this new Champions League table format is kind of different because you do have more games, right? But the old group stages, bro, if you'd messed up in those 6 games, bro, it's
Play
hard.
5 games.
In the old format, if you lost 2-3 games, yes, you'd be automatically out. In the new format, 24 teams make it through. You could lose 3 games. How many games did Real Madrid lose in the group
Knockout
stage?
game. You lose the wrong game at that time. It's over. Premier League, you have 38 games.
The new format makes it easier, but the old format though was hard, bro. The old format for the group stages was difficult, fam. Especially if you get drawn into the group of death. Let's say Inter, Barca, Bayern in one group. Yeah, you're done.
Play.
You're done.
You have more time to make up for things. In the Champions League, you lose early. It's over.
Okay,
There's no making up.
I'll give you a basic statistics class.
I agree with the Italian guy, bro. I agree with the Italian guy because, in the Premier League, right, you can start absolutely horrible and you still have a chance to of course, win the league. And of course, right now with Man City, in January, they're going 14-game win streaks, right? But back in the day, in the mid 2000s, when you start off terribly, you can actually make up. Basically, you can actually catch up the team that's in front of you.
Now this is going to be from, I took basic statistics in school. So the larger you increase your sample size, the variance will, the deserved winner will always come out on top. If you go to the casino and you play a trillion hands, you will probably always lose.
You are greatly underestimating what it means to be knocked out early.
Yeah.
The Premier League, it's on to the last minute. The last game after 38.
But every game is worth the same.
But the thing is, you can't get knocked out of the competition. You lose game 5 in the Champions League. You lose the first knockout game. You don't even get to see anything. No, it's over. It's over. The Premier League. If I lose game 10, I lose game 15.
The champions, bro. In the Champions League, if you mess up, fam,
Sure, it's a setback.
With United, I don't know if people remember United last year when we had I think it was Copenhagen, we had Galatasaray, and I'm forgetting the other team that we had last. I'm forgetting the other team, right? But we literally screwed up. We lost to Galatasaray at Old Trafford. We drew with them. We lost to Copenhagen. So we lost and drew with Copenhagen, right? And that messed us up because that put us at the bottom of the group, guys. So
but I still have a chance.
If Real Madrid play Copenhagen 10 times, they'll probably win 9 times, and Copenhagen will win once, correct?
And if they play them in the knockout game and they lose 1 time, it's over.
Exactly.
It's over.
You're proving my point. So Copenhagen is not better than Real Madrid. We can both agree on that.
No.
In the Premier League, the best team always wins of that season. Correct or wrong?
You lose 1 game at the wrong time, it's over. No matter what. You lose a game at the wrong time, it's over. Premier League, it's on to the last thing. Even if you're 20 points behind, you're not going to win it.
Bro. Knockouts. The Champions League, the knockout phases for the Champions League.
You can still fight
for Champions League, sure. But when in the prime of this, and even this year, Liverpool have lost 1 game. Up at the time of recording, they've lost 1 game. So there's not much room for dropping many points.
Apples to oranges, either way.
Okay.
Let's see.
So after the 2 minutes 30, the people are now going to vote on who they thought won. Green being Giordano, red being me.
3, 2, 1.
I see a lot of biasness here. That's okay. I'm already getting.
lost that one.
I'm getting rage baited already. That's crazy. That's crazy.
The Champions League is.
That was rough?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is now 1-0 for the rest of the world. I lost the first debate. We'll see the second one. Anyone who'd like to step up to the table? Let's see.
3. All right. 3, 2, 1.
That's a nice move. All right, what's your name?
Varvara Mefrin, thanks again for flying me out today from Gijon.
Small club, very small club.
So today I wanted to bring up the point about Liverpool, this Champions League.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yes,
Okay.
so in the league phase of the Champions League, they had an easy time. It was
second, I believe they finished, or first.
second. With like
On top of
5.
Barcelona, I believe.
They did finish on top of Barca. Barca had a slow start, then they picked up the streak, but it's okay. We saw big teams struggle in the league phases, so it's a new format. And in the Premier League, Liverpool, if you watch their games, they absolutely dominate. And then when they played PSG, this knockout phase, I think everyone here watched the game. And me as a Spaniard, I like good quality football. And this is very important. And we saw PSG dominate Liverpool to ways that I haven't seen a big club like that be dominated.
Is your goal this thing to just let the whole time pass before I can get a word in and win the debate? Or
So, as a good football enjoyer, Liverpool got outshone by a sixth league team.
Okay. So now I can't just let you take all the time.
What's the other
So my counterclaim to that is Liverpool. I'm not saying they're the best team in the world. Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, all these teams have a claim to be the
I would
best.
say that, yeah, no, that's a really good point. Like, I would say Liverpool is not the best team in the world. Of course, they are a powerful team, but I'd put Inter in front of them. I'd put Barca in front of them. I'd put PSG in front of them.
Team in the world. But my claim is that the Premier League, if you take the average quality of the Premier League, it's a lot better than the average quality of the
What do you mean
Champions
by
League.
quality? Because I watch football and I saw Liverpool got shit on in quality-wise by PSG.
Sure, I am not disagreeing. Once again, I'm not disagreeing that Liverpool are worse or better than PSG.
He's
I'm not here
speaking
to,
about like basically like the level of the competition, because in the Premier League, like, people know this, dude. You can go to the GTEC Stadium at Brentford when you're Man City and you're flying, and you can lose like 2-1 or 1-0, dude. You know what I mean? Like, the level of competition in the Premier League is very difficult. It is very difficult, bro. I know exactly what he
debate that.
he's
I think
talking about.
PSG, Barcelona-
like in the Premier League, anybody beats anybody, dude, on any given day, bro.
Real Madrid, you put them in the Premier League, they're able to compete. I'm just saying that over a 38-game season, you will run into PSG have a loss in Ligue 1. Liverpool have one loss in the Premier League. You're telling me that Ligue 1 is equal to the Premier League?
No, I'm just saying the quality of football. Because if we're talking about how hard it is to win the Champions League or the Premier League.
The quality of football in the Premier League, I have to say, is better, bro. I have to say, like the quality of, like, teams like right. Who can we say? Bournemouth, good play, bro. Like the quality of Bournemouth for me is absolutely sick. When you look at the players that they've got, when you look at Brighton as well, with the players that they've got, right? Like, outside from like Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico Madrid in La Liga, there's nobody else like Osasuna. Come on. Right, bro, like, Osasuna, dude. Like, do you think their quality is better than freaking Brighton or Bournemouth? I don't think so.
Here, we got to know that the quality of the football in these leagues. In England, it's very aggressive, very
So
physical.
PSG lost. PSG lost, I believe, 3 games in the group stage, barely even qualified in the Champions League, and then they go in and beat Liverpool. You're telling me that in the Premier League, if they lost the first 3-4 games, they would still be in the race?
Well, no.
Yeah, no, they can be. No, they can be, bro. No. Yeah,
This guy took up half the time, man.
Can be.
You were up to something in the beginning, bro. You were up to something. Just want to show.
Come on, guys, we got this.
You were up to something.
Mentalidad right there. 3, 2, 1.
I just think he didn't do enough. He had a good point, but he just didn't do enough in 2
He
minutes.
just kept yapping. To be
I
honest.
like quality football, that's why.
That was your argument. You didn't even bring anything up.
He's a purist. He's a purist.
I enjoy the sport.
Honestly, I felt like I did better against the first guy than you, so
Really?
I don't understand how we won that
That
one.
might be a rage bait to the first guy.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
So no off, no back, straight to the point. No loop.
So it's now tied 1-1. Final debate on this topic. Whoever wants to run up, let's go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, he stole your seat. All right. Pala, lay it on me. Pause.
I wasn't. Okay, pause. I wasn't gonna come up, but you had a little Freudian slip before in the last round. You're saying that the best teams are in the Champions League.
Yes.
You said that. How can
Well, I didn't say that specifically. The
We're saying you're
top
not-
10 teams are in the Champions League, yes.
in the world? The
Yes.
best teams in the world are in the Champions League.
Yes.
Okay. So how can a competition with the best teams in the world be easier to win than a competition with 20 teams that are subpar? How does that happen?
Okay, so basically, Ipswich this season has taken
19th
more points off of Chelsea than Chelsea has taken off of Ipswich.
Okay,
would you say that Ipswich is better than Chelsea, even though they beat them over 2 legs theoretically in the Premier League?
No, I wouldn't say that.
But the league table
Okay.
obviously shows that Chelsea are a lot worse.
You
than
gave
Ipswich.
the
Are a
first
lot
guy.
better
You
than
gave the
Ipswich.
first guy.
All right. So the top 5 leagues, right? Of course, in football, in European football, the Premier League, the Spanish league, the German league, Italian league, and I think it's the Portuguese league or Eredivisie. Like, when you look at their top three teams, right? Like they are quality teams. But when you get teams from, let's say, Poland, when you get teams from like Serbia, like they're the teams that win the league title in those countries, for me, like your Partizan Belgrade or like your Red Star Belgrade, I don't think that they're better than Aston Villa. I don't think that they're better than Aston Villa, bro. Like, if you put Aston Villa in the Serbian league or if you put Aston Villa in the Greek league, I genuinely do think that Aston Villa wins that freaking league, in my opinion. Even like the Portuguese league, I would even go and argue to say if you put Aston Villa in the Portuguese league, 100%, I genuinely do think that they can actually win it.
A lesson on probability. That's called an anomaly. Ipswich taking more points off of Chelsea. You didn't find the fact that Liverpool has taken
anomalies happen in the Champions League.
Okay, Liverpool, to win the Premier League, has taken points off of everybody in the lower table. Southampton, all these teams.
Everybody across the table.
Exactly, maybe except Nottingham Forest. So what are you saying by that point exactly?
That
you're talking about an anomaly, Ipswich versus Chelsea. I'm saying
anomalies happen in the Champions League. Over a 38-game season in the Premier League, one anomaly result, like an Ipswich beating a Chelsea, will not derail your season, and the best team will always come out on top in the Premier League form.
Okay, so that was that. I want to jump to now. In the Premier League, you have to beat one style of football. In the Champions League, you have to beat, I don't know how many leagues are in the Champions League representation. You have to beat maybe 7, 8 styles of football. It's much easier to master Premier League ball if that's all you have focused on. Look at Conte with Napoli. League is much different than the Champions League.
Okay.
You have to play Club Brugge, Belge ball.
You're talking about a very specific thing to leagues that are not the Premier League.
I see where he's trying to say that, because this is the issue right now that Manchester United are actually having in the Europa League. I know that these guys are speaking about the Champions League, right? But I want to just pertain it to Man United just literally right now. Like with United in the Premier League, we're getting battered left, right, and center. We're getting cooked by freaking West Ham. We're getting cooked by Nottingham Forest. We're getting cooked by Bournemouth, right? Because the pace of the league is very fast. It's very fast, right? But when you look at us versus Athletic Bilbao, when you look at us versus like Lyon, when you look at us, right, versus Fenerbahce, Steaua Bucharest, like we look really good because like the pace of those other leagues aren't as quick as the Premier League. But once again, like it is different paces, right? But for me, like the Premier League plays at the quickest pace. But once again, though, like in the Champions League, guys, you as I was saying like a few minutes ago, you can't mess up like in the Champions League. Like that's one of the key differences with the Champions League. Because if you mess up like your first 2-3 games, bro, it'll be difficult to even get top 2 because it's the top 2 teams that qualify.
So in the Champions League, you're playing teams that have different styles of football. But you go to the Premier League, Arsenal and Man City, I would say, play similar styles of football. Manchester United, like they play different styles of football. There's different styles of football all across the league.
But it's under the same umbrella.
If you go to La Liga,
he's talking about the pace of the game. That's why he's talking about the pace of the league, bro. Like the Premier League is far more quicker than like Serie A, bro, and the Liga. When you look at like like Scott McTominay right now, he's looking like one of the best midfielders in the world, right? Because Serie A's pace is very slow. It is slow, right? Like when you look at Anthony at Real Betis, he's incredible right now. But when he came to the Premier League, he couldn't hack it because the pace of the league is very different, bro. But again, I do get it, right? With the Champions League, you are playing against like different teams from different countries, from different leagues, and all these different leagues have like got like a different pace and different play style. 100%, mate.
More technical. It's
MNSA one says, I think there are more gifted players outside the Premier League.
Yes.
Yeah, no, like in the Premier League, don't get me wrong, right? Like there's ballers outside of the Premier League, 100%. But these guys are talking about like what's the better league, like what is harder to win, the Premier League or the Champions League?
Premier League, it's a crock pot of all of these clubs.
I would tend to disagree. It's under the same umbrella as English football. Whereas Champions League, you are quite literally playing versus Spanish football versus D blocks in Italy. Like
looking back at Everton before they sacked Sean Dyche, you think they play almost the same type of football as, let's say, an Arteta or
that's
Guardiola
classic English ball.
or Amorim?
It's classic English ball.
Nah. No. I disagree with that one. Like Everton do, especially under Sean Dyche, bro. They play a different style to how United play, to how Arsenal play, like to how Liverpool play, like, bro. It's completely
3, 2, 1.
Horrible opinion.
Wow,
Horrible.
You didn't give much substance there.
What do you mean I didn't give much sentence? This guy just said.
You guys, man.
What
the different leagues.
Horrible opinion. Horrible.
Styles of play. Like there's a lot more there.
Okay, I'm
Thank you, ChatGPT.
I'm getting rage baited right now. I'm getting rage baited. I can't believe it. I'm getting rage baited. So you guys heard the horn. That's the end of topic 1. Topic 2. My statement is the Premier League should have more CL spots than every other league. If you guys are ready to debate this, let's see.
2, 1.
Giordano is back. This Bayern fan's really trying to get involved.
Yeah, so I want us to think historically, right? We're going to go, the Premier League right now, we can all agree is the best league in the world.
By far the best league.
Best league in the world, we'll leave it at that. 10, 20 years ago, the Serie A was the best league in the world.
Agreed.
La Liga 10 years ago was the best league in the world.
Agreed.
How can we base the Champions League qualification, giving more teams, giving more qualification spots to one league? How can we just flat out immediately give it to one without even letting them play each other?
Okay.
The coefficient system is perfect.
So right now, the way the coefficient system is set up, Germany actually has the best league distribution because their league, and I'll let the Bayern, I couldn't wait for the Bayern fan to come up. Their league is actually 18 teams and they get 4 CL spots. So that's a bigger percentage of teams than the Premier League. While you mainly agree that the Premier League is by far.
Premier League, what? We've got 20 spots? 20?
You wouldn't even say by far, but the best league in the world. So why should they not get more, let's say a 5th or 6th or 7th CL spot when the Bundesliga gets a higher percentage of their league in the CL?
Because the coefficient itself is based on success in the European competitions. If we aren't even to let the teams compete amongst each other for these spots, we're just going to arbitrarily say Premier League's the best team, and we're going to give them those spots. It's not fair to the teams who actually want to go and fight. How are we going to allow trends in football to take over if we don't let other teams take the spot, take the stage?
UEFA coefficient. The flaw with UEFA coefficient is that teams like Juventus and AC Milan, who lost, and you're a Juve fan, you guys lost to subpar teams like PSV and Feyenoord.
We don't deserve that spot. Italy doesn't deserve a spot because we didn't perform on the stage.
But then also, you're
You got 20 teams. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. M and MSA one. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
looking at Manchester City, who lost in the playoff of the CL. That's against Real Madrid, which we can all agree losing to Feyenoord and PSV is not the same. Their coefficient will be affected as much as losing to a PSV or Feyenoord.
You can't choose your opponent. Your opponent's random. You have to play who's in front of you.
Yes.
The whole point, you got to win who's in front of you. If you get a better team than another one and you lose that game, of course it's going to be impacted negatively the same way everyone else.
But the result, that in UEFA's eyes, is that Man City and AC Milan were equivalent this year in Europe.
For UEFA to be able to start tracking that in terms to track, a relative loss or relative gain on top of for your coefficient, that'd be way too complicated for UEFA to start to numerically give values to certain teams for different losses. Like that is a different realm of statistics that UEFA just can't get into. So the best situation that we have right now is the teams that perform in the European stage get the European places.
Disagree.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
I agree with his statement, but you debated better.
Yeah, so that means me.
I'm gonna go with the statement.
No, but whatever, I still won, no? So
Yeah,
4
still
to
got the
3.
point.
All right.
That was a very close one, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was close. That was good. Good debate.
Thank you, sir.
See you next time.
So now we're tied. It's 2-2. Let's see who else wants to debate this topic.
3, 2, 1.
Give it
You
Bayern,
finally get your
guys.
chance.
Finally.
No debate on this one.
Finally,
bro.
bro.
Bayern fans are actually my favorite fan base to debate with because they're generally the dumbest of the group. So
All right, well, I'm Adriano, supposedly the dumbest of the group. And I've been a Bayern fan for 12 years, and I do not agree with you whatsoever.
I feel bad for you.
I do not agree with you whatsoever because what makes the Premier League deserve more spots?
Okay, for a league to get more Champions League spots, I think that the teams playing in those European competitions, like your Champions Leagues, like your Europa Leagues, like your Conference Leagues, they have to at least get to like semi-finals and finals, bro. Just like it's so wrong just to say, it's the Premier League. We do have like the most entertaining league, right? So that means that we should get the bet. So that means that we should get the most Champions League spots. No, I don't agree with that. That's very pompous. That is very pretentious, bro. Like you deserve what you are given, right? And if Premier League teams are season in, season out in the Champions League or again Europa League or Conference League, repeatedly getting semi-finals or finals, right, or even winning the competition, then yeah, because like listen. Majority of the time, Spanish teams, right, dominate these European competitions, especially when you look at Sevilla and Europa League, when you look at Real Madrid and the Champions League, right? Spanish teams often dominate a lot, right? But they aren't here saying that we need more spots because, like we're actually winning this, right? So for me, like the Spanish teams have got a good argument for this, but like the Premier League, come on, man. Like for the Premier League fan, just to say like, yeah, we need like these extra Champions League spots, bro. Just because again, like the Premier League is entertaining. Yeah, it's not. That's very entitled, in my opinion.
Spots than any other league. All these teams are playing the same. They have their own countries. They have their own leagues. Why the Premier League? Why should the Premier League have more?
My debate is not that. Look, looking back at historical data, 10 years ago, La Liga probably should have had more spots than everyone because you go look at European competitions and they were outdoing everyone. But just because it was wrong back then doesn't mean it needs to be wrong right now. We have a chance to fix the system. I believe half of the finalists of the last 7 or 8 years are Premier League teams. And we're not talking...
Right, so half of it. So in 2024, last year, it was Dortmund and Bayern. 2023, Man City won it. 2022, Liverpool was in the final. 2021, it was Chelsea that won it. 2020, it was PSG, Bayern in the final. 2019, yeah, okay. I do see what you're saying. Then in Europa League, it was Atalanta and Bayer Leverkusen. I'm pretty sure Sevilla won it the year before that. And those was a team that was skipped out, but United was in the final in 2021. In the Conference League, it was West Ham that was in. I think West Ham did a back-to-back final. Was that Fiorentina? I think it was Fiorentina that did back-to-back finals and lost it, right? But I could see what he's trying to say. I could see what he's
talking
trying
about
to say.
a Real Madrid. That's a fact, by the way. Fact. Oh, you're not, whatever. You're not included here. Half of the teams in the last 7 to 8 years of CL finals are Prem teams, and that includes 3 different teams, not just La Liga situation where it's only Real Madrid or Bayern and Dortmund. Dortmund, we're never going to win that, so that doesn't matter. But it's Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and even Spurs. That's 4 teams in the last 7, 8 years that made a CL final.
Yeah.
No other league can say that. Okay. So even if you want to bring up you need to earn that extra CL spots.
Yo, bro, what's going on, Blue Hot fam? What is going on, mate? Emerson says Sevilla is king of Europe. Yeah, Sevilla disgusting.
Why should we have less percentage of our league in Champions League than a Bundesliga?
Because it's the UEFA Champions League. It's not the English. Why are you going to have just the English being represented more? What's the whole point of it is every league, every big league, they get there, they compete against each other. Yeah.
So is the Champions League supposed to be the 36 right now best teams in the world?
The Champions League is supposed to be the best teams from the European countries compete against each other, not have English represent.
Is it supposed to be the 36 best teams in the world or just the 30?
The world is Europe, first of all.
Okay,
and it's supposed to represent the main countries in Europe and take teams from all around Europe. Not
so why does Sturm Graz deserve to be in Champions League and a club like what club can I use as an example?
When Ajax made it to 2019 semi-final, everyone was following them. Everyone was watching them. You're telling me they're not as good as teams in the Premier League, but they made it there. Why would they not deserve to be in that starting 11? Why would they not deserve that chance to get into that? Yeah, they had a great starting 11.
So but
those underdog teams are what makes the Champions League fun. It's what makes the Champions League the beauty of the Champions League. You don't want to have just all the Prem teams coming in.
Good debate. You can stay. Sit down.
That's true.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
God, they gave it
Terrible opinions. I'm working against people voting. You see this system. We need to fix it.
We're gonna win all the rounds? Is that what you want?
The people.
They're against me. The fans
They're
are
against me. They're against me.
I agreed with the statement once again.
Barbara, the way we come up there again.
Yeah. All right. So we're 2 debates down on this topic. This is the final debate. Let's see who comes up.
3, 2, 1.
Easy cash money. Even though Madridista yourself, so.
All right. So my name's Iñaki, Real Madrid fan. So you mentioned before, half of the finals were played by English teams. So I want to go deeper to the round of 16. How is it that every time I watch the Champions League, every year, the Final Four consists of 1 Premier League team, but either 2 Spanish teams, 2 German teams, 2 Italian teams, and there's never another Premier League team there?
Once again, I have never once in my life, well, I maybe said it before this year when Liverpool was playing like the best team in the world, but I will never say that Liverpool are better than Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, because that's a year-by-year fluctuating thing. Yeah. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, PSG, Real Madrid, they're all elite of the elite in the world.
Like they are always there. Like they are always there, right? And it just shows, like, again, like how mental like the Premier League is, guys, because like the top 4 in the Premier League is always interchanging. It's always interchanging. It's either Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, or Man City. That's top 4. Last season, it was like Newcastle. It was like Aston Villa, Man United, and freaking Man City. Like, it's always interchanging, right? With La Liga, Syria, and like the Bundesliga, you almost can guarantee that Borussia Dortmund, Bayern, Inter, Juve, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, they are always going to be there, fam. Like, in the Premier League, you can never guarantee that because it's always interchanging and always, it's difficult, fam.
In the sport in the world, I would agree. You put them in the Prem, they would probably compete for the Prem. I'm not debating that. That's who the English teams are losing to. Yeah. Meanwhile, Italian League, which is given on paper, not earned through coefficient, 4 league spots in the Champions League, they go out to teams like Feyenoord, PSV, weaker teams. Atalanta lost also to
Club Brugge.
Club Brugge, yeah.
But big clubs lose to small teams.
Not the Prem team, though. What was the last Prem team that
Yeah, what was the last Prem team that's actually lost to a small team?
you remember that lost to a small?
What is it actually, bro? When is the last time that a Prem team actually lost to a small team, fam? I'm trying to think now. I'm actually trying to think, dude. I'm actually trying to think, bro. Because PSG, bro, like PSG went through Villa, they went through Arsenal, they went through Liverpool this season. I bet if people in the chat can help me out, right? When is like the last time like a Premier League team actually lost to like a small team, dude? Because Newcastle, people remember Newcastle were out here beating AC Milan, dude.
Small club in the knockout formats. Atalanta lost to Club Brugge. Aston Villa destroyed Club Brugge. How much more do I need to do, guys?
Yeah, okay. He's got him there. He's got him there.
Yeah,
He's got him there.
I didn't get all my facts. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me.
He's got him there.
Fuckers ChatGPT in the
He's
head.
got him there. Liverpool lost to PSV. I mean, like in the last like in the round of 16, bro. Like in the knockout phase. Not like in a group stage. Not like in a group stage. So like in the knockout phase. So like the last 16 quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals.
Actually, looking back at it, like 2 years in a row, Sevilla, Man U met each other in the.
Yeah, but they're not a big. They weren't a big team.
Man City lost to Lyon.
Man United.
Yeah, but you're talking about anomalies. That you're going half a decade back to bring that point up. By the way.
Bro, you were speaking about
every year.
You were talking about the last 8 years.
Bro, Europa League and
Okay,
Conference League.
go year by year. Go year by year. PSG have low-key embarrassed themselves in CL. PSG have.
Why did Spurs 2 years ago lose to the
Spurs.
Spurs.
That's the sixth best team in our league.
That was a top.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the sixth best team.
You want the sixth best team to be in the Champions League,
Okay.
according to you.
Yes, they deserve to be there.
Yeah, because they could beat Barcelona, they could beat Bayern, they could beat Real Madrid. Yeah, because they deserve to be there.
They're not better. I'm not. Once again, Spurs are not better than Barcelona, Bayern. They're better than Eintracht Frankfurt, who's on pace to make CL.
So
They just lost to AZ, fucking, what's that team's name?
They beat that
AZ?
team.
And you bet on easy. You bet.
They beat that team.
Dyer win.
AZ beat them 1-0.
Yeah, exactly.
Spurs are bottom feeders.
So it is now 3-3, and we're moving on to the third topic. It is Premier League players are underrated and overly scrutinized solely because they play in the Premier League.
That's a difficult one. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one, bro. This is actually a real good question, bro. Premier players are underrated, and are overrated because they only play in the Premier League. Oh, this is a big one. Let's see what happens. Because like Rodri right now is the current Ballon d'Or winner, so that means he's the best player in the world, and he's a CDM, midfielder playing for Manchester City. It's a different. Let's see what this guy say, bro.
This guy has his phone out. He just did research.
We're on ChatGPT for this one. My name is Justin, big Barcelona fan. You say over-scrutinized because the lights are always pointed at you guys because you're the biggest club in the world. But you take players like fucking Saka or Foden and you put them anywhere else in the Premier League, what have they done? Zero.
Okay, so now a player like Antoine Griezmann will go and get the benefit of the doubt every season, despite having some not so good seasons. Meanwhile, the repertoire, yeah, at his peak. Phil Foden at his peak is arguably as good
What's his
as
peak?
Griezmann.
He's still never seen his peak.
Nah, I know. That's a smelly take. Oh, that's a stinky take, bro. I like this guy in the United top. I don't know his name, but that is a smelly take, bro. And bro, like Griezmann's so underrated, dude. The disrespect on Griezmann, fam, is crazy, bro. Is absolutely crazy, fam. I actually rate Griezmann more than Phil Foden, in my opinion. Like, if you put Griezmann can play in any team, bro. Like, if you look at Phil Foden right now, right, for like England, he never does anything for England, bro. Like, this guy just doesn't show up. But for Man City, just because he's used to the Pep Guardiola system, right? He plays well at Griezmann. You can put Griezmann at Real Sociedad, dude. He still balls out. You can put him at freaking Atletico Madrid. He still balls out. For France, the guy balls out, bro. Like the Griezmann Foden take is absolutely stinky, fam.
He just won the Premier League Player of the Season. You see, that's why they're overly scrutinized and underrated.
He's overrated. If I he came out of his comfort zone in the Premier League, and what did he do? The guy has one goal for England.
Okay. I agree with the Barcelona guy, no. Like Foden was taken out from his comfort zone once again, right? Like he was like during the Euros, and he just didn't show up.
I agree. For England, that's a whole other discussion.
Let's talk about Saka then. What has he done?
What do you mean?
Okay, no. Right. These guys are going back and forth, fam. Saka's sick. Saka's sick, bro. Saka does it for England. Saka does it for Arsenal. If it's in the FA Cup, if it's in the Champions League, bro, like Saka shows up, bro. The guy literally had a hamstring tear, bro, and had surgery on it, and he still came back and cooked David Alaba, bro. Like Saka shows up.
That's Saka done. He's always England's best player almost all the time.
No. There's Harry Kane there. You're forgetting Harry Kane that left the Premier League.
Saka's been almost as good as Harry.
He's mentioned Harry Kane, and Harry Kane's literally was killing in the Premier League, and he's gone to the Bundesliga and absolutely destroyed their goal scoring record in his first season for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga, bro. Like in his debut season, got about like 34, 35 goals, bro. Absolutely demolished that record, mate.
Harry Kane, I would argue him and Harry Kane have been England's best player.
This is
what
crazy.
are we debating? Yes, he has been.
We're talking about over-scrutinized. Who's a player that's over-scrutinized in your eyes?
You're talking about England, though. That's
I'm talking about
an
Premier
issue.
League players.
Premier League.
Talk about Salah.
Okay, so
you want to talk about Salah?
Okay, I don't want to do this to you, bro. This is too easy.
Go.
There was a study done a couple of years ago that analyzed.
Studies now.
I don't want to do it to you.
Spit it out. We have a minute left.
The top 10 most negatively hated players in the world.
Why are they negatively hated? Because they do nothing. Champions League, they do nothing. They do nothing. When are they doing
Are you gonna let me speak?
Go.
9 of the 10 were Premier League players.
And
the
why
only other one was Messi.
Answer yourself that. Why is that?
Because we have all the attention and
because you're the biggest league in the world and you guys perform in the league, perform too.
Look at I'll use this as an example. You're a La Liga fan, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that Anthony went from looking like the biggest bum in the Premier League?
Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro. Like, no, I agree with the guy in the United top, fam. Bro, let me go full screen for this, dude. Let me go full screen for this, bro. Let me go full screen for this, fam, because this guy sold me dreams, bro. Anthony, freaking Anthony, fam. Anthony, bro. I remember when he was at Ajax, absolutely cooking Dortmund, like little ballroom nutmegs. I was like, this guy's sick. This guy's sick, right? United signed him. I was like, you know what? We've got a potential future superstar. Starts well for United, and then after you start seeing like the real Anthony, bro, stinky player, bro, so bad. Man leaves to go to play for Real Betis, bro, and he's killing it, cutting in, freaking shooting, scoring like the Rockets, the week in week out, scored a free kick the other day versus David De Gea, right? Like it's bro, like I agree with this guy, fam.
And then he goes and looks like
Anthony looks like a world beater, dude, and he came to the Premier League and did absolutely nothing. He came to the Premier League and did absolutely nothing.
Coaching Anthony.
Yeah? Two coaches coached him, so it's not just one.
Coaches. Look at a guy like Lamar. Why isn't he getting over-scrutinized at 17 years old? Look what he's doing in La Liga.
Because Yamal is
Lamine Yamal is the generational player, bro. You've literally come out and picked like a literal anomaly of a player, bro. This kid is mental, fam. Everybody in the footballing world, right? Anybody in the footballing world will genuinely tell you that like Lamine Yamal, of course, like his generation, bro, he's actually gonna pick literally like the next like GOAT player.
Generation, I'm not debating that.
Najib says, don't judge any player who plays for Man United.
Yamal would be the best player in the Prem, probably, or one of the top players in the Prem. Once again, I'm not bringing up Barcelona players. I'm not bringing up Real Madrid players. Those are world-class players.
Who's overrated in your eyes?
You guys. Players like Harry Maguire were good players.
But he sucks. No,
you see,
said he's good.
In your mind, social media, he might not be worth $80 million, but he's a good player.
But who says he's good?
You see, you have TikTok knowledge. He's a good player.
Why is he good?
Voting, let's get ready for the voting.
What?
Three, two,
Red.
one.
Red, bro.
Shit.
It has to be red, fam.
Wasn't even close.
It has to be red.
Support.
Shit. You gotta support your own.
Fucking rigged.
I think.
All right, so I take the lead.
I think MSA one says I think it's good to be.
4-3 now.
It's been
Let's see
decent
who
for us
else
this
wants to
season,
step up
bro.
to the table.
3, 2, 1.
This Bayern fan, I really feel bad for him. We should switch the seats a bit once in a while.
Yeah, what do you think that, Barbara?
Paula, my favorite person to debate. Let's see.
Barber.
I think you're wrong. I think your statement is wrong. I don't think it's as outrageous as the other ones, but it is wrong. If you want to be the gold standard of the league, which you think it is, then why don't you want to act like the gold standard? If a bank isn't doing well, who do they go to? They go fire the CEO. They don't go fire the teller. So if you want to be the top of the top, then all your players need to be scrutinized to that level. What do you have to say about that?
What I have to say to that is, you go around to world football, okay? And I'll keep bringing back to Harry Maguire because the amount of slander that this guy got.
Yeah, I did that.
Because it became cool to slander Harry Maguire.
Emma says thoughts on Onana though. Terrible goalkeeper, absolutely terrible. We should have got rid of him in the summer last year. I'll keep repeating that. So bad, bro. So bad, fam. He's another example, dude. Like Andre Onana, bro. Like Andre Onana was literally in the Champions League final, and they made him look like he's Man United, bro. He comes to United, bro, and he's absolutely terrible.
And we run a social media page. There's social media pages out there that literally just post Harry Maguire slander.
For sure,
and
it gets
slander just for
clicks. It gets clicks. It does get clicks.
It does get clicks.
Okay.
But a fucking Vlahovic post will not get clicks.
Vlahovic gets slandered a lot.
For Serie A standards.
Lukaku.
The level of slander that Maguire gets compared to Vlahovic is night and day different, bro.
Standards.
Lukaku spent a decade over multiple.
It's night and day different, bro. Like it's completely different. Lukaku did used to get cooked, bro. Like Lukaku's first touch is horrible, and he used to get cooked a lot. He generally did, bro. He's even getting cooked now, right, by Inter Milan fans. Because what he did at Inter, bro, is absolutely snaky stuff, dude. It's absolutely snaky stuff. That's why he's getting cooked for it. It's not for his ability. It's just the antics he did outside of the pitch.
Multiple leagues getting slandered, regardless of which league he was in. I'm going back to a real point. Forget social media influence. A guy like Douglas Luiz, as a Juventus fan, Forza Juve, Douglas Luiz moved from being one of your league's best midfielders, jumped to another league like Serie A, and major drop in quality to the point.
But and then when you look at Scott McTominay, it's very opposite. It's very opposite, dude. When you look at Scott McTominay, freaking Scott McTominay, bro, like in our United midfield was absolutely terrible. Man goes to Napoli, and he's one of the best players ever, bro. He's one of the best players in the league, dude. It's completely different.
Sure, but you can't say that because Coop Miners.
Tottenham lost to Leipzig in round 16 in 1920 Champions League. RB Leipzig is not really a small team, aren't they? I don't think RB Leipzig is a small team, bro. Like Leipzig's got some good players, bro. Leipzig got some, especially in that day and age. It's very fitting, to be fair, to Tottenham.
Was in the same league, was a
I said Tottenham is,
star player in the same league, and then jumped to Juve, and there was a massive drop in quality. Is that a player thing? Is that a player thing, or is that a club thing?
Major drop in quality to the point.
Sure, but you can't say that because Coop Miners was in the same league, was a star player in the same league, and then jumped to Juve, and there was a massive drop in quality. Is that a player thing? Is that a player thing, or is that a club thing?
The scope of the debate. Why are you talking about a guy from going from Atalanta to Juventus?
Because he was obviously dominant in your league, went to Juventus, played like shit. So our player, yes, Douglas Luiz was a good player, went to your team. Maybe it's a team issue, not a league issue.
Okay, you say underrated, okay? Anthony was shit. Okay, so we scrutinize him because he was shit. Okay, Harry Maguire at the beginning was shit. Now I say he's a decent player. Okay, which player in your mind is underrated and just hated for no reason in the league?
There's a bunch. Like Joshua Zirkzee played bad for like the first 5, 6, 7 games.
Played bad. Got a bad rep because he played bad.
Yes, but now that repertoire will follow him along his entire career.
It's changing. The sentiment around him is changing.
Paul Pogba, perfect example of this. Genuinely world-class player. Almost every single year at Manchester United was one of the best Prem players. Did had a negative stench that followed him for the rest of his career. Still follows him to this day.
That's a good drop. That Paul Pogba is definitely a good drop. I'm in love with the global Tottenham.
Did not get scrutinized. Paul Pogba did not get scrutinized
because he got banned.
Paul Pogba. Did you just say Paul Pogba did not get scrutinized?
Bro, maybe on his personal problems.
Where are these flags? He just said Paul Pogba didn't get scrutinized.
Off the pitch, on his personal life.
Okay, bro, that's crazy. He now has. This is the last thing I'm gonna say on this topic. There's a label that Pogba was inconsistent at the time as Manchester United. Yeah. Completely false. Our most consistent player.
He was always injured.
Let's vote in 3, 2, 1.
It doesn't even matter. Oh shit. The comeback. Fuck you! Fuck you! This guy votes against me every time!
You still didn't name someone that's over scrutinized. You said Harry Maguire and
Paul Pogba is not overly...
That Paul Pogba take, fam, is stinky, bro. Paul Pogba in England got a lot of pelters.
Pogba is like personal. It's not his soccer game that's over scrutinized. It's personal because he's a
No, it wasn't. Everyone goes and... Was
Pogba's not a baller. Everyone knows...
Was Pogba's transfer a flop?
No. To United, no.
No, of course not.
Go and ask on the street and... Over 50%.
Yeah, that's for the price he
You're gonna
paid.
value the opinion
Nah,
of
like
people that-
no, like Paul Pogba, bro. Like Paul Pogba he got a lot of stick.
don't actually watch.
Between me and you, I think you won that one.
Journalists made careers based on calling Pogba shit.
Exactly.
When he has
It was
never been
so
shit at that
wrong.
point in his career.
So wrong. If Pogba went to PSG instead of Manchester United, people would have just assumed he was playing well. Facts. Is that not facts? Even I'm giving you a third. Cameraman agrees.
So, Varver, what's the common denominator between every single name that you brought up?
They all played at Manchester United.
Okay.
But that's
so now-
once again a thing.
Isn't that crazy?
I can bring up. I can
is
bring
there
up.
one more?
Yeah,
Is there
there's one more.
Perfect.
There's not one other player that managed. Who's over scrutinized?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
This one's gonna be fucking
Like
easy.
jog over here.
This one's gonna be easy. Okay, go on.
All right, so Varvar, every single player you named, what's the common denominator here?
They play for Manchester United. But as a Manchester United fan, I'm gonna use Manchester United examples.
All right, so every single player that you think is over scrutinized, usually what team do they play for?
Manchester United.
Okay, top 6, let's say top 5. You'd say those are the ones that have the most scrutiny,
Yes.
the most overhated. So then what happens to the discourse between a Brighton or a Bournemouth when Dean Hoysted is now considered golden boy and getting
Oh, it
Real
works.
Madrid talks?
It also
but then
works for
Brighton-
you. It works for you.
So then they're not
because when you
relegated.
have a lot of exposure,
Yes.
which the Premier League offers, no doubt
That's
about
not
it.
debated.
That's not debated. There's probably more viewers for like a Brighton Bournemouth game than there is for any mid-table clash anywhere else. Not even close.
But that's not what I'm debating. I'm debating that those players that are in the Bournemouth-Brighton game aren't the ones getting overly scrutinized. They're the ones that are actually getting praised.
They
They're
are.
the ones that are getting values, a plus 10 million, 15, 20 million every time a season ends. You have Liam Delap from Ipswich.
Very good player, by the way.
Very good player, but I don't really see him getting overly scrutinized because he plays in the Premier League.
Let
He's
him
asking
make a
for
big
45
move.
million.
Let him.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
let him make a big move first, and then see what happens.
Liam Delap. Okay, let's say in the summer gets transferred to Tottenham for 45 million. Let's say. And
The best player Yo had, he was incredible. Who was the best player? Eminem.
he plays 30 games next year, scores 10 goals. Will be labeled as flop.
And is that because of his play in the Premier League, or is that because he plays at Tottenham?
But that's because players like Liam Delap at a club like Tottenham will be used to he will be used to basically as
Oh yeah, Paul Pogba. Yeah, bro.
imagery for the club's failure.
So you're saying that once Liam Delap makes a move, he's the poster boy for failure because you're suspecting that he's going to score.
That's
10 goals.
basically how the Prem works. Every single summer signings,
Yeah.
they're always used as, oh, this is going to be our Lord and Savior. But when they show up and they're just all right players or good players in the Premier League, like
get
look at
powers.
Joshua Zirkzee. We signed literally the best player in Serie A last season, or almost a top 5 or top
Again.
5 player in Serie A last season.
Again,
And he showed up. Okay, but look, once again, I can use Manchester United players. If you want, I can go Benfica. Darwin Nunez was the best league player in the Portuguese
Yeah.
league at that point, him or Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, so then the argument should be that it's Manchester United.
Enzo Fernandez went to a World Cup, world class,
Yeah.
by the way, world class World Cup. Shows up to the Prem. He's just a good Premier League player, but now he's overly scrutinized.
I mean,
But you put him in Real Madrid, he'd probably making Team of the Year shouts.
and Phil Foden won your Player of the Year, but hasn't done anything for England though.
Okay, but a lot of players have not done. Jude Bellingham in the Euros was not that good. I'm just saying, he wasn't.
He's already he's fucking bike kick.
He was their best player, bro.
No, he wasn't. Real Madrid fan.
3, 2, 1. Wow.
You walked right into that one.
How did I walk right into
Because you brought
that?
up every single Manchester United player.
Because that's the club I
You
support.
didn't give out any examples in the Premier League.
Enzo Fernandez.
But Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez, if he went to Inter and played like he is right now at Inter, you'd literally be saying we have like a Wesley Schneider 2.0.
Inter's a better team than Manchester United.
Just had a big team and the Barca.
Solanke went from literally a Liam Delap to Spurs, and no one says anything. He has been a complete flop.
He's a complete flop. Everyone.
and no one said anything.
What do you mean no one has said anything about Solanke? You bring him up almost every week.
Well, Spurs is 14th,
Yes!
bro. Nobody's caring about Spurs.
Oh my
He's a
God.
poster boy for failure. And that's the exact situation you said. Solanke.
He's a
Xerxes feels too slow for the Premier League. No, like I said this about. Oh no, it's not on my camera. My freaking camera. Jesus Christ, my microphone. I can't even speak. I'm that tired. But anyway, Xerxes too slow for the Premier League. I think is the best player after Palmer. Like Xerxes, bro. Like I like Xerxes, bro. He's a very techie player. He's not a full and through like United fans know this now, right? He's not a full on through and through striker. He's like a centre forward slash central attacking midfielder. That's what Xerxes is. He likes like those like kind of link up play. Yeah, bro, this guy likes freaking link up play, bro. That's what he likes, and even assisting people too, mate.
He's a poster boy for Spurs' failure right now. Yes,
Have
he
you heard any
is.
Solanke news?
No, because nobody really cares.
Nobody cares. That was like a 60 million move.
Insane.
Yeah,
But Vlahovic,
terrible.
Vlahovic, fucking castrate me, bro.
So we're going into the final topic, and I'm down by 1. So let's see if I can make this comeback. The final topic is the Premier League is by far the most entertaining league to follow. Let's see who steps up.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, Firms, this one's gonna be easy.
Yeah, most entertaining.
Over under how many times Firm stutters? Let's see.
Oof, that's tough. Okay, what is your definition of entertaining?
So if a casual were to pick a sport right now, which one would they gravitate towards?
So is it amounts of goals that you score? Is it storylines? Like, give me.
It's a mixture of both.
Goals, storylines, games that I played, it's everything that, bro. Like for me, yeah.
It's if I were to enter the sport right now, which one would bring me the most stimulation?
What brings?
I can't say who scores the most goals is the most entertaining because that's not true.
Because then Bundesliga would be better.
Okay, but also the storylines are a crucial, important factor. Bundesliga has no storylines.
Storylines, you look at Italy, there's the Milan derby, there's the Juventus Inter derby. There's storylines, even for the lower level teams like Roma, Lazio.
Well, I
that's
agree.
a national derby.
Since
you look at the Prem, bro, what's your derby? Manchester City, Manchester United?
Manchester City.
What?
Manchester United, Manchester City.
Manchester City smokes Manchester United every year.
No.
It's like, bro, Arsenal, Spurs, you've got the Merseyside derby, you've got the Northwest derby, you've got the Manchester derby, dude. You've got the derby between Crystal Palace and Brighton, Chelsea versus Tottenham. What else is there, bro? There's just so much.
Well, that's just not true. We literally just beat them. Amad Diallo, we literally just beat them this year.
Historically, Manchester United has not been competing with Manchester City.
And before that, Manchester United dominated Manchester City.
Yeah. How many years ago?
Okay, so now you're speaking about one specific.
I'm talking about storylines.
Go Milan. Yeah, go historically. I'm sure Juventus dominate Napoli. Like that's not what we're debating here. So if you go and look at Manchester United, Liverpool, I'm sure it's pretty balanced. If you go look at Arsenal versus Chelsea, I'm sure it's pretty balanced.
Liverpool this year has just run away with the title. How is that entertaining to you?
Because
this is coming from a guy who's from like the Serie A, right? I was very notoriously known for Juventus for running away with the title for a while. Was it like 9 years straight when Serie A freaking won the title, dude? What's it on about? I think the Italian league is more entertaining. That's the bad argument, though. Like the Italian league this season, don't get me wrong. The Italian league this season has been an absolute madness, right? Between like Inter and Napoli, right? When they're racing for the title, but when you compare it to like Liverpool and Man City, like from like a few years ago, bro. There was like, it was twice where the Premier League, even last season with Man City and Arsenal, where it literally went to the bottom, bro, like to the final game, dude. And like Arsenal fans thought that Man City had messed up at the final hurdle. Same thing when it was like Gundogan and Rodri that scored against Aston Villa, where when Man City we're losing 2-0 like versus Aston Villa, bro. Like there's been so much more, bro, in the Premier League, mate.
Premier League does a good job of marketing its top four battle. It's mid-table battle. So it's relegation battle.
You're talking about marketing because Serie A, yes, the marketing aspect of Serie A is not as great. But you look at the competitiveness of it, there's a league title between 4 teams, Inter, Napoli, Juventus at one point, and Atalanta. To me, that's entertaining. Having just Liverpool run away with the title is not entertaining.
But you have to understand also, Liverpool you have to also look at the play styles. Liverpool, the way that they're going into, I watch it.
Very entertaining.
Liverpool. Very boring. Inter games are very boring. Can we agree on that?
That's not true.
That's very true.
That's not true. Bro, they beat Lazio 5-0. How is that boring?
5-0 it's the way they play. It's not entertaining. If you go into a Liverpool game, every game is a slugfest. It's
I don't agree with him.
Very entertaining.
Liverpool's the best team in the league. Obviously, it's going to be entertaining.
Every game is entertaining. Manchester United, every game is entertaining as well.
You would say Nottingham Forest is top 4.
There's a bunch of memes happening with freaking Manchester United. You have Slobhead Maguire scoring in his own net. Anthony doing pirouettes. That's why it's entertaining.
But you see, they're underrated and overly scrutinized.
That's the only reason it's freaking entertaining because there's a bunch of memes.
It's overly scrutinized and underrated.
So it's entertaining because it's shit?
Yeah,
no.
Look, Maguire goal.
There's entertaining
Yeah, you're bringing up one specific game.
5-0, 4-1, 4-4. Those are entertaining matches.
3-0 Bournemouth.
It's entertaining for a Juve fan, winning 5-1.
Even like when you look at Brentford this season, dude, like Brentford this season, like the games that they've been involved in, dude, it's been crazy. Like it's multiple games where they've scored like 4+ goals, and they beat United like 4-3 like last week, bro. Like it's crazy.
Whatever, fuck, I don't give a shit.
Milan's 10th and Serie A is more entertaining.
Let's take a vote. Everybody ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Horrendous.
Started my way out of this, bro.
Horrendous.
Crazy.
I don't know, honestly, I would have voted for you if you pointed on the fact that you only brought up Serie A. Like, that's the thing. So, I mean, we have other representation here.
You guys are biased towards Serie A, though.
Yeah, and you're not biased towards the Premier League?
I am, but I'm trying to sway people over.
And
like,
so are we.
He brought up Serie A, I brought up Prem. You guys are Serie A fans. Gee, I wonder what they're gonna think.
You didn't have an answer.
He's Italian, bro.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
Whoa. That's a generalization, bro. But you didn't have an answer to his Liverpool point.
What do you mean the Liverpool point? You're picking one specific year. If I went back a decade and I said
You pick Juventus Milan, bro. One specific year.
What do you mean one specific year?
Every like the guy in the AC Milan top, he's genuinely just going with like this year, like. But in the previous years, well, when you look at the again like Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, it was Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, like a few seasons ago. The Leicester one where Leicester won the Premier League. The one where Gerrard slipped to give Man City the title in 2014. When you look at Aguero scoring it in the final minutes, bro, like there's been so much more that's been going on in the Premier League, right? But he's just decided just to pick this year, and it's just been isolated because once again, like, all the Premier League teams, aside from Liverpool, have not been up to standard. Have not been.
Here, you guys suck dick in Champions League. What the fuck are we doing? You made 1 year glorified Coppa Italia run, and now you hold on to that like it's a fucking Champions League. I'm getting rage baited. I'm getting rage baited. Stop talking to me.
Can I go up again? I have more to say.
Convincingly won the Premier League every season before Liverpool. You know
Yeah,
this.
convincingly.
Bro, did you think Arsenal was going to win any year?
Get the next one going, guys. All right, boys. Let's do it again. And 3, 2.
I'm here for my get back.
Let's see what this guy says.
I'm here for my get back. Let's look at the last 10 years. What, in your opinion, would be the most entertaining?
All the top
Derbies.
four battles?
Okay,
if you're trying to bring up La Liga, where there's only three fucking teams that matter every year. Bro, La Liga, okay, as a casual.
Freaking Liverpool versus Man United more entertaining than Ronaldo versus...
This guy, dude, this Barcelona guy, bro. This Barcelona guy is so dumb, dude. This Barcelona guy is so stupid, man. This Barcelona guy is so dumb, fam. This Justin guy, dude, is absolutely moronic, bro. Like, he's just gonna speak about El Clasico, which is just literally one, like, at maximum, what, three to 4 games a year. Because he's gonna say Ronaldo and Messi in El Clasico. That's all he's gonna say. But there's been so that. He's talking about one league and not one match. He I'm telling you right now, right? MNMSA1, bro. I'm telling you right now. Listen.
This is Messi going through all those years.
Okay,
the last 10 years.
now that's 2 games this season.
Now, 2 games this season.
Fill in the other 36.
Each other in Champions League.
Fill in the other 36. Exactly. Fill in the other 36 game weeks, bro.
Fill in the other 36
Atletico
games.
versus Real, the Madrid derby.
Brother, I hate to break it to you, but no one's watching.
Who's not watching
Barcelona against Leganes. No.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's true, fam. Nobody's watching Barcelona versus Leganes, bro. It's so true, fam. Unless you're a Barcelona, bro. MNMSA1, right? Unless if it's just because you support Barca, yeah, no one's watching that. No one's watching that, dude. No one's watching that. But I guarantee you what, right? You, fam, like who's a terrible team? Southampton. I think Southampton can battle the Gunners as well, but that's a argument for a different day, right? Like Liverpool versus Fulham. People watch that, don't they? People around the world watch that, bro. Not Barca versus Leganes, bro.
No one's watching.
No one said that. I said it's your derbies, Man United.
Can you name me one player on Leganes?
Fuck Leganes. I had the fucking last place.
Bro,
I'm talking about derbies.
On.
The Madrid derby, Barcelona, the El Clasico. Are those derbies better than your shit derbies?
But once again,
Liverpool.
But it's just like there's 2 derbies, bro. It's El Clasico and it's the Madrid derby. There's nothing else. There's actually nothing else, bro. Forest versus Brighton's a good one.
Those are 2 games a year.
Yeah.
That's 2 games a year.
2 games.
I'm speaking about.
But we have Atletico. We have the Madrid. That's fucking bullshit. Hey, right now the derbies are still better. Real Madrid, Barcelona, Lamine Yamal versus fucking Mbappe. How? What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Get him out of here, bro. Get this guy out of here.
Okay, but there's many of them across the season.
But they're ass. I don't care if there's many. Who the fuck's watching that?
So it's 6-5.
It's 6-5 going into the last debate. Let's see if I can tie it up. Who's gonna meet me at the table?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Third time.
I'm back. Right. The word entertainment on its own is based in subjectivity. There is no such thing as objective entertainment. Some people who watch the sport love tactical battles between tactical managers. And some guys who don't understand shit about the sport, all they want to do is see 11 meatheads fight each other, right? The Premier League, now, I want to respect that everyone in the Premier League, they're all professional players, these managers, they all get paid big bucks to do these things. But some of the tactics in these teams, just in comparison.
This is a Serie A fan.
This is coming from exactly. The guy in my laptops, right? But this is coming from the Serie A fan.
Comparison to the organization, the structure that some Serie A team. I'm a Serie A
lost
fan.
to fucking Feyenoord.
I'm not talking about results. I'm talking about entertainment. That's what we're talking about here.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I was very entertained when you lost to
Entertainment.
PSG.
You know what?
Very entertained. Yo, that was entertaining.
Results. Talking results.
See you guys at the live stream.
Entertainment, right? The thing is, some of these, if you want to see an organized, a well-oiled machine, you're going to want to watch Serie A, La Liga. If you want to watch just a dogfight, you want to see teams go in and fight, pace, power, physicality. That's the Premier League. It's all dependent on what you
All right.
like.
Are we going to allow me time? You're 1 minute 10 down already. All right. So I hate to break it to you, but you're very disconnected from people just entering the sport and looking into.
Yeah, they don't know anything about the sport.
If you're going in, I'm sorry, but you're.
If I've got like a friend that doesn't watch football, right? If man says, wait, let him cook. If I've got a friend, right, that doesn't watch football and I've got a game to show him in it, right? I'll not show him a freaking game that's like a tactical war between Pep Guardiola and like Jose Mourinho, bro. Because you know what you're getting, fam. You know that Jose Mourinho is gonna pop the balls and Pep Guardiola is gonna come through with tiki-taka, fam. You want your friend, right, to watch like a highly entertaining game, bro, because they don't know the tactics. They don't know a 4-4-2 and a 4-3-3, a low block, a freaking high press, bro. They don't know that, fam.
You're regular, and we live in Canada, we're in North America. Yeah. We know that a lot of people are not looking into, right now, Juventus, let's say, Igor Tudor's 3-5. They don't give a shit. Yeah. They don't give a shit.
Great coach.
They want to see the best players in the world play against the best players in the world. And who has the most consistent entertainment value of having the best players in the world play against the best players in the world? It's the Premier League.
But is entertainment just the best players in the world versus the best players in the world?
But
sometimes I want to watch.
Even let's say as a casual, I'm just going to bring this up because...
Especially like in the World Cup. The World Cup's a good example for that.
If you play it,
see my reason why Serie A is more entertaining is because I feel more passion from the players than the Premier League.
I know a sport play it, and it's a big selling point. Let's say for a lot of our members on Patreon, FPL is a major thing for people who want to get into a sport. Playing that game fantasy is a big major thing. Other leagues, Serie A, we've been trying to do a Serie A FPL. There's
not as many people who watch. That's the thing. We want to talk about casual fans. Maybe casual fans will steer towards the Premier League because it's more palatable for the casual fan. But there are people out there who like tactical battle, who like other things. I'm not saying the Premier League doesn't have a tactical battle. I'm saying there are other things that other leagues have.
Yeah, but that's a small minority of guys, though. Like, I'm one of those guys. I'm generally one of those guys that do like tactical battles. I can sit down, right, and watch a tactical battle, right? But there's guy like freaking, I don't know, Blake Johnson that lives down the road. He's not interested in that, bro. He just wants entertainment and generally wants goals, bro.
Have to offer that we can't just write them off immediately.
Well, you guys are haters. Millie, you've raised your red flag for every single person that's went up.
Thank you, Millie. There's a lot of points that
you raised your flag when you made a good point.
No. What did you just say?
It's much more palatable for a casual when you raise your flag.
It's not because goal-wise, La Liga scores just as many goals. Bayern and Borussia Dortmund always lead in terms of goals.
So you're saying that just goals equals like casual.
No, but I'm sorry. As a Serie A fan, it might be hard. It might be hard to understand, but as a Serie A fan, you have no star players who make a casual. No, but there's no casuals that tune in.
We're in a downturn. I agree.
Forget Serie A. Where are the best players? We did a Ballon d'Or video recently. Which players?
But that's because we're talking about
answer.
But once again, Real Madrid and Barcelona, that's 2 games a year in La Liga.
Yeah. See,
when a casual steps in, he sees the Ballon d'Or list. 19 of the 20 or whatever, 16 of the 20
on 2 teams
were in La Liga.
Fuck La Liga. They're on 2 teams.
Two teams, bro. They're not in La Liga. Guy is absolutely capping his ass off, bro. Guy in the pink top is absolutely capping his ass off, bro. 100%, dude. 100%, mate. Like, 100%, like man says, everyone's opinion is wrong. He's absolutely capping his ass off, dude. Like, bro, when you look at, like, let's look at the Ballon d'Or list right now, actually. I want to say this because Ballon d'Or rankings. Ballon d'Or rankings 2024. 2024, bro. because dude's absolutely he's capping his ass off, bro. Because I'm not, guys. You're gonna see, guys. Listen, right? You're gonna see Barcelona, Real Madrid, Inter, Juve maybe, and AC Milan in these Ballon d'Or rankings. I guarantee you, I've not even seen the full-on list, but I guarantee you the top 30 players, like, you aren't gonna get some guy from Valencia or like Espanyol. You're not gonna get one of the, you're not gonna get them. But from the Premier League, you get Spurs, you get Chelsea, you get Liverpool, you get Man United, you get Man City, bro. You get Liverpool, but I don't know if I mentioned freaking Liverpool, bro. There's just so many, bro. Like, he's capping his ass off, bro. He's absolutely capping his ass off, bro. Look. So, like, the Spanish flags, right? Literally, Athletic Bilbao is Nico Williams at number 15, bro. Look at this, bro. And then Real Madrid, bro. Girona at number 29, fam. Come on, bro. There's literally like two other players, but like in the Premier League, you get Man City, you get Villa, Arsenal, Chelsea, bro. Like, come on, dude. Come on, bro. But the Ballon d'Or is based on Champions League and World Cup recently, fam. Come on, dude. Come on, man.
Watch them every week if you become a Real fan.
Bro, no one's watching Leganes. No one's watching Real Madrid.
The disrespect to Leganes fans. Sorry.
No one, bro. Like, let's go through La Liga right now. And again, it's no disrespect. Like we just have to be truthful. We have to be truthful, bro. We have to be truthful. No one's tuning in to watch Valladolid. No one's tuning in to watch Las Palmas, bro. No one's tuning in Leganes, Alaves, bro. Who watches them, man? Who watches them, man, bro? Guys, I'm a footballing head, right? And I've not seen a game for Leganes in my entire life, bro. Like, no one's watching these dudes, bro. It's so true, fam. The guy in the United top he's got a point.
Please. Yeah. Have you ever watched Real Sociedad versus Real Betis? Great game. Great game. Amazing game. An amazing.
Real Betis or Real Sociedad, I would watch. Good players. It's a good players, right? And a great game. Same thing with like Athletic Bilbao and Real Sociedad because they're rivals, right? But for my man there in the pick to cap so much points,
Barbara, you're a Man United fan. Would you watch Man United versus Charlton Town?
Yeah, bro. What the fuck?
I would, but I don't expect a regular person to watch it. Yeah.
If a casual jump,
he's mentioned, bro. Like, Charlton is not even in the Premier League. Like, Charlton is like in League 2. Charlton is in, bro. Like, Charlton is in, fam. This guy in the pink top, dude, like Waffler, dude. What, bro? Where Charlton? Bro, last time Charlton, right, was in the Premier League, this was like in 2004. During the Premier League in 2004, bro. Fourth in Football League 1, dude. Fourth league, and he's brought up Charlton. We're speaking about Leganes, who are in La Liga, like the Spanish top flight, like Spanish Division 1, where they play against Real Madrid. God almighty, bro.
Jumps into the sport, and he's a Real or Barca fan because that's where they're talented. He's going to watch Barca versus Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah, but where's the value? It's Barca. It's not.
But
that's the Barca fans that are watching that.
Those two teams have more pull than your
Look, just go to voting. Yes. No, they don't, bro. That's so stupid. It's Barca. It's not. But that's the Barca fans that are watching that.
Those two teams have more pull than your.
Look, just go to voting. Yes. No, they don't.
What?
An amazing game. Barbara, you're a Man United fan. Would you watch Man United versus Charlton Town? Yes.
I would, but I don't expect a regular person to watch it. Yeah.
If a casual jumps into the sport and he's a Real or Barca fan because that's where they're talented, he's going to watch Barca versus Rayo Vallecano.
Yeah, but where's the value? It's Barca. It's not.
Thank you very much. The value is Barcelona because Barcelona is a big team, bro. There's going to be guys. We have to keep it real. We have to keep it real, right? With Rayo Vallecano, like who on earth? Wait, Charlton played today. Man said, wait, Charlton played today. But we have to keep it real though, right? The reason why like people would tune in to watch a Barcelona versus Real Vallecano, 95% of them are Barcelona fans. 5% of them are Rayo Vallecano fans. 100%, guys. We have to speak the fucking truth, bro. We have to speak the truth, mate.
It's not. But that's the Barca fans that are watching that.
Those two teams have more pull than your.
Look, just go to voting. Yes. No, they don't.
What the fuck, bro? This is crazy,
Bro, that's so stupid. Our entire league makes more money than your
Real
team.
Madrid on its own is bigger than the Premier League.
Okay, yeah.
On its own.
Oh my days.
Sorry to glaze.
Keep it about this
Yeah.
debate.
Oh
Sorry.
my days, fam.
Slobhead Maguire on TikTok at it.
Oh my
Fucking
days,
scoring in his
bro.
net. That's the entertaining part of the fucking thing.
3, 2,
Of course it will
1.
go green.
Oh, I hate you guys.
We tied it up.
you give him the tying point?
We tied it up. We tied it up.
He's such a good debater, though.
I'm master.
99% would not watch Alaves versus Real Mallorca. Yeah, because that would be the Alaves and Real Mallorca fans, dude. That would be the Alaves and Real Mallorca fans. 100%, bro.
The debater.
I agree with you, but he's just debating. Better.
He is the master.
Master.
The guy in the pink top and the guy in the Barcelona bird, bro, the horrendous football takes, dude. They've got some absolute shockers. They don't know anything about football, guys. I have to say this, bro. They are absolutely brainless, bro.
Masturbator.
They're absolutely brainless, fam. Like a lot of people tune in to watch Barcelona versus Real Vallecano because he what the fuck, bro? Barcelona are a massive team. Like 95% of those people will go and watch Barcelona, bro. Like there's nobody in their right mind, right? Especially me who watches a lot of football content. Especially me who watches a lot of football content, right? On the weekend, I'll go, you know what? Today will be a very interesting day to watch Alaves versus Leganes, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, cut.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, the guy in pink for sure is definitely on something, bro. The guy in pink is definitely on something. Let's see. Let's actually see the comments. There's a massive flaw in the system. All 8 people disagree with him on every point, and these people get to vote on who won. True. Poor the Bears, honestly. The Liga fans couldn't give a good point to save their life, and there were a lot of good ones. Yeah, mate. Yeah, this is mental, bro. This is mental, fam. Absolutely mental, bro. Absolutely mental, mate. Dan Varval cooked him with the Bears just being crap. Yeah. If Adriano, bro, could have had the seat, he would have prepared Varval throughout. I won't even lie. Varval won way more than that. I think they were just biased, bro. They were literally just biased, mate. Comments are real football fans, not the real. Apparently the Canadian. Same thing. To be fair. To be honest, the Bayern guy cooked. The Barca fan need to know. Yeah, the Barca fan was that Barca fan was absolutely stupid. It was so dumb. It was so dumb, bro. It was so dumb. Of course, the most stupid out of him was the Barca fan. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, my days, bro. Oh. Nice. He said, as a Barca fan, we don't claim it. Somebody else says, nah, this Barca fan does not represent us, bro. Like, listen, right? Like there's Barca fans that give really good arguments. That guy was not one of them, bro. He was absolutely stupid. He was absolutely stupid, dude. So dumb. Whoever brought him on, dude, like, don't bring him back. He was dumb. It was absolutely dumb. Yeah. All right. Let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Let's go down to X. Check out the latest football news, and then we can probably finish it off. Let's go to Fabrizio Romano. Let's see what Fabrizio Romano is saying, fam, because Fabrizio Romano has been dropping some absolute bombs. He's been dropping some bombs, dude. Nope, not that one. There we go. Jeremy Frimpong and Liverpool, just a matter of time. Liverpool are already replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold, bro, with Jeremy Frimpong. Good signing for them. I just realized that Conor Bradley's still there. So what's gonna happen now with Conor Bradley? What's gonna happen with him? Because like Frimpong's will come in and want to start. Conor Bradley thought he was going to be starting right back with Alexander-Arnold leaving, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see. But for me, I don't think that like Trent leaving is going to cause a massive hole for these guys. It's going to cause a massive hole, bro. Like Eminem says that's a great replacement, but for a guy like Trent Alexander-Arnold, right? Like speciality, bro, and the way that he plays, it benefits Liverpool a lot because he's the guy that always picks out more Salah the majority of the time, right? With those like long range ping balls behind their defensive line. So that's gonna be missed out a lot. They're definitely gonna miss Trent a lot, bro. Even like on corners as well with the delivery that he has too. But I don't think that Frimpong has that kind of ability on the ball. Yes, he like Frimpong is a tremendous athlete, very quick, right, and very tenacious. But on the ball, mate, on the ball is Trent is just A1, fam. He's the best passer in the Premier League, and Liverpool are gonna be missing that. They're generally gonna be missing that, mate. Nuno Tavares is going to Sevilla. Is he going to Sevilla? Is he going to Sevilla? It says if they bring Frimpong, they'll have to play it differently. Yeah, they'll have to play way differently. Mate. Real Madrid are in direct meeting with Dean Housen's camp to complete the agreement on the contract agreement of £50 million. Release clause with Bournemouth has been sealed on Wednesday, as reported. Matter of contract details with Housen's camp. And then here we go, bro. It's a good signing for Real Madrid, mate. Is Dean Housen only been at Bournemouth just for one season? I'm pretty sure Dean Housen was only been at Bournemouth just for one season, you know. Yeah, he's only been at Bournemouth. Guys, he's only been at Bournemouth for one season. He's already gone to Real Madrid. I said this about this kid as well, like at the beginning of the season. I said this at the beginning of the season that this guy is going to catch a lot of people off by surprise because I remember him at Juventus. I don't know why like Juventus let this guy go, you know. I actually don't know why they actually let Dean Housen go, fam. It's crazy. Even Jose Mourinho spoke about it too. He's like, why are we letting go of this kid? Because you remember, guys, like Jose Mourinho was a manager for AS Roma. And he was thinking to us like, why are we letting go of this kid, fam? Like he's an absolute baller. How old is he? He's 20 years old. Dean Housen is 20 years old, brother. Dean Housen is 20 years old. It's a good signing for Real Madrid. I think that oh, you said Juventus had money problems. Okay. I think that Saliba and Housen will be a very, very good pairing. Very good pairing, bro, for Real Madrid. And this is what I mean, mate. This is what I mean, yeah. With like Real Madrid. Like Real Madrid, like this season, right? They've been spanked. Well, bro. Right. So this is what I mean, right? Real Madrid this season, they've been spanked by Barcelona. Is it 4 times? Yeah, it's been 4 times, right? Like, 2+ goals? And Florentino Perez has seen this, and he's literally said to himself, enough. I want to bring in defenders. And again, Saliba next season, it's looking like they're trying to get him too, right? But Trent Alexander-Arnold and Dean Housen, bro. Both combined for 50 million, dude. And I was thinking about this because, like, with United can take a leaf from Real Madrid to how to bounce back from issues during the season. You get what I mean? Like, with Man United, we should have been straight away saying that, like, Victor Osimhen, even guys, I know this sounds crazy. I don't know this sounds crazy, but this is Man United we're speaking about. He said, yeah, Militao, Rudiger, Asensio, and Saliba, bro. Yeah, but this sounds crazy. Alexander Isak, fam, for Newcastle, bro. We should have been already like speaking to them, fam, and taking a page out of Real Madrid's book, because Real Madrid aren't like the rich club that they were like back in the day. Remember when they were spending like 100 million odd on Ronaldo and Gareth Bale, right? They're signing players on the free. We should be trying to speak to Isak, bro. And there's gonna be Newcastle fans pissed off at me, but listen, Man United first, bro. Man United first, right? We should be speaking to Isak and telling him that, yo, you need to run down your contract, my guy. You need to run down your contract, fam. And it sounds crazy, but Man United, we've still got the pull. Like, even though we're like 16th, 17th place, we've still got the pull. And we should be speaking to these other strikers like Victor Gyökeres, like Isak, bro, like Victor or Osimhen, right? We should be speaking to them and tell them that you like we should be trying to get you on a cheap, bro. It should be a privilege for you to actually play for Man United. That's what we should be saying, bro. That's what we should be moving like, dude. United need to take a big leaf from Real Madrid's page, bro. But would they do that? No, because we are run by money vulture old men, by freaking Skeletor and them man there, bro. And those evil guys, fam, that live in America, dude. That's what that's why United like, fam. So, but I like that's what we should be doing. But I highly doubt they should do that, bro. I think for Man United, I need to change the defense instead of a striker. No, fam, we need a striker 100%, fam. I don't want to see Rasmus Højlund play for Man United. I want to see, bro. I don't want to see Rasmus. This is what I mean, man. We're too nice and buddy, bro. No, Rasmus Højlund, you've been crap. Kick him off the freaking shipmate. Laying fist for the Sharks, bro. It's not being good enough. It's actually not being good enough, bro. You get what I mean? Like, people are, he's 20. No, it don't matter, mate. It don't matter, bro. Like, we need a better striker. We need a better striker, bro. We need better players. That's what we need, dude. But there's gonna be United fans trying to like cling on to these. Oh, but you know, he's scored a bicycle kick once. He scored a bicycle kick once. Doesn't mean he's a quality player, bro. You get what I mean? It's so frustrating because the amount of like useless like players that we have. Like, I was gonna say something mean there, but like the amount of terrible players that we have, and we just let them get away, bro. Like Real Madrid, like Real Madrid say a crap player, bro. And if that player doesn't do well for them in one season, they're gone straight away. They're gone straight away, bro. There's none of this nicey. Oh, you need to stay, fam. No, it's just straight away ruthless, bro. Ruthless, fam. Onana last season should have even made it to this season for Man United. If this was Real Madrid, he would have been gone straight, bro. It's true. It's absolutely true, mate. So I commend Real Madrid to what they're doing because they are actually serious people. You have a bunch of we've got terrible players, bro. We've got some absolutely horrible players, right? Norwegian talent Mario Douglas can leave the club this summer. Several clubs start approaches for the 20-year-old. Premier League, the Liga, Bundesliga clubs are all clean on the Ivorian player. Carlo Ancelotti, Brazil, Brazil. Suso, Liverpool, and Frimpong. Tijani Reinders, Manchester City. Fuck me, guys. Oh my days, bro. Oh my lord, bro. This is what I mean, dude. Like, Man City are actually moving like a club that's serious. Unlike United, bro. I get fed up of saying this, mate. I get fed up of saying this, bro. Like, Man City, right? They've got Kevin De Bruyne leaving, Ilkay Gundogan's getting old, and already they're trying to sign Reinders and Florian Wirtz. Well, we're out here trying to baby some fucking sacks of shits, bro. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's so annoying, man. It's absolutely annoying, bro. It's taking us ages just even sign Matheus Cunha. This should have been a here we go like a week ago, mate. This should have been a here we go like a week ago, bro. That's why it should have been with Matheus Cunha, fam. Oh, my lord, bro. But Tijani Reinders is one of the best midfielders in Serie A. He's been really good for AC Milan. I like the guy. Good player. Approaches Manchester United 40% of future sales, 6 million release clause. Legia will be over end of the season. Joao Felix will leave Milan, return to Chelsea. Yeah. A lot of Dean Howson news. Mate. Eric Dyer, he's going to play for Monaco. That's good for him. It's actually good for him. David Ornstein. David Ornstein, mate. Let's see what's going on with my man, fam. Ornstein Bomba. Ornstein Bomba. The Bomba. And then we can finish it off because, man, I'm absolutely freaking dead, bro. Brian and Hove Albion pushing due to sign left-sided player Culabano from Botafogo. Already 2 offers from Brighton turned down by Botafogo, bro. Fenerbahce as well, dude. 6 million, right? Euros plus 2. Of course, that's for fees. Rejected in January, bro. This is crazy. And I need to check out this guy actually. Cuibano. Liverpool trying to sign Florian Wirtz. Liverpool make contact with Wirtz. It came a camp to express interest in the signing player. If he leaves Bayer Leverkusen, is keen on moving to England. LFC admiration, long-standing but unclear whether 22-year-old plans to exit Bayer or Germany, says the Athletics. Reinders, of course, linked with Man City. Saliba. Arsenal. Okay, so Arsenal want to get new contracts sorted out with Saliba. Very interesting stuff. Okay. Yuri Tillemans. I'd actually like Yuri Tillemans, you know, at Man United. I'd actually like Tillemans, bro. I'm gonna go watch the Itai game and see you, my brother, starting 30 minutes. No problem, mate. Yeah, I'm coming off as well. I'm actually gonna take a little nap because man's hella tired. Sorry for the quality of the stream, guys. I'm actually really knackered. I just had to wake up this morning to take my car to the garage. Turns out there's nothing wrong with the car because apparently everything is up to scratch. I only slept about like 4 hours after the gym, so I'm really sorry about that, guys. But tomorrow there's gonna be a stream. There's going to be another tier list stream, guys. This is a Friday night stream, chill settings. It's going to be the greatest kit sponsors ever. Again, guys, I'll repeat that back to you. The greatest kit sponsors ever, mate. I'm looking forward to that one, fam, because there's a few bangers, bro. There's a few bangers, right? But guys, I will catch you a lot later, man. I have to go to bed. I have to take a little bit from that. But yeah, catch you a lot later.